Gaming's greatest men are live on the internet. Hello, welcome to Gamers Are Us. Somebody talk.
Oh,
There it gets good. Just making sure the audio works.
what's up, gamers and gamettes? You know,
Gamettes.
Have you played the new video game? Me too. That's so funny. We have so many things in common.
Do you guys have Battletoads?
You guys have Battle.net?
Oh my god, I haven't heard that in a while.
Me and my brother always had a running gag where we'd call GameStop and ask if they had Ice Climbers for GameCube. That was it.
You have Dandy for the PS2?
Did they?
No, they never did.
Oh,
that sucks.
Well, guys.
Well, you go first. You go first.
Welcome to Greetings from the Internet, USA. Exclamation point, comma.
We usually have an episode every other Friday, but last week was Business Casual's 8th anniversary.
Well, no, it's not every other Friday. It's second and fourth Friday. So last month had 5 Fridays. That's why.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's the first time. What?
This is my first time looking at a Gregorian calendar. Yeah, last month had a Friday at the beginning. It definitely did. So welcome back, everybody. Let me double check that just to make sure I'm not fooling around.
Oh, it's for real.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, April 2nd was a Friday. 5 Fridays, guys.
wow, Fridays, my favorite day of the week.
Thank God.
We have our talented special guest and fellow game developer. Well, not fellow game developer. And talented game developer, Iseeicy. What's up? Wave to the camera. Never mind.
Wave. Yeah. Let's all do the icy wave.
It goes a wiggle.
Wiggle for
you guys a good wiggle. Here we go. Wiggle for the cam.
Nice. Nice.
Sorry to our Spotify
I'm happy
listeners.
to be here.
Oh, actually, before we start, it looks like we have a emergency broadcast from the CDC. If you guys don't mind. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
They're patching them in now.
Greetings from Internet, USA.
Amazing. Thank you.
Oh, I'm in shock. That was shocking.
Breaking news.
A lot of news.
Rip off. They told me you can rip off your pants.
Right. Oh, well, way ahead of you.
You don't have to wear pants anymore.
They apologize for the new mask guidance. They tell us, well, wear 3 masks now.
They apologize for all the racist stuff that was in the CDC guidelines.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Let's go over those real quick. Who wants to riff on this? I dare you. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, moving on. Gigs of Internet USA. We're talking about video games today. Speaking of racism, video games, the most racist hobby. Everyone loves to be on the show.
I don't think that's the most racist hobby. I can think of quite a few other things that are a little more racist.
Nah. Let's riff on this. It's sorry, I'm rusty. It's been a while. I have to tone back down. I got hit with that second vax, so
yeah,
my filter's a little fucked.
It works a bit.
Yeah,
he's been using Bing, you know.
This is Iseeicy, fellow game developer. And if you didn't know, we've talked about it before, but the person who develops our Dither Cam, that's what we call it. Yeah,
all the pixely goodness,
all that pixel. And also helped pixelize the background too, right? The moving one.
Yeah, we got some color grading stuff going on.
Similar dither.
Yeah, to make it look old, to make it look retro.
Yo. But we're talking about video games and how they inspire us. Funny enough, I do want to mention this up front. I was contacted yesterday by somebody from Utopia District, and they were like, we're writing an article about video games and vaporwave, and I was like, what are the chances? And I did a whole thing, and I basically told them a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about today, and I told them that we were recording this too. I was like, wow, how funny.
Shouts out. What a quinky dink.
Look for that look for my little interview or whatever in that article soon, I guess. I'm not entirely sure when, but we're not copying them.
I got a question to start us off because I've been itching to know this. This is for Iseee over here, of course.
Itch? Is that a game dev joke?
I was gonna say, is that a bit?
It could be. It could be.
I got a game jolt for you.
Your character, this little
shit?
No, this little dude with the yellow shirt and the head. What's he do? What's his shtick?
He's me.
He's
you. Yeah, this is my webcam.
Cool.
What do you mean? Are you?
It's looking a little.
What are you trying to say?
Huh?
Careful.
Do I look? Am I looking thin?
Yeah, you look good.
You're looking a little pale.
I have been trying to. I put on a couple pounds from quarantine. I've been trying to shed them off, so that means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, same. I gained that COVID-19, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, barely
legal. No, but for real. The avatar, it stemmed from game dev shit. I mean, when I got into game dev, I really wanted to do 3D stuff, but I didn't know how to, and my first character model, other than just being like a default cube, because that was the easiest thing to do, was just a 2D image. And it kind of stemmed from there. I really liked the idea of going Paper Mario with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And extending it out a little further, having these billboarded sprites and stuff with more character depth to them. So, what better fit for that than a stick figure?
That's awesome.
The dude, bro.
The dude, bro, yeah.
Are you a fan of Paper Mario?
Oh my god, I love Paper Mario. See, here's the thing. This might segue into another question I know is coming up. I've been prepped for.
Ooh.
But Paper Mario is absolutely probably one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I say that about a million different franchises.
It's so funny because Yoshi's Crafted World is one of mine.
Really?
Mine is Kirby's Epic Yarn.
I really got that crafted yarn aesthetic from Music Here to Stay.
Yeah,
so I can see it.
Very much. Yeah, the Crafted
World. The recorders and stuff.
Promise Crafted World.
Yeah, if you don't know, ISEE made the covers. Well, at least some of the covers for 3D Blast Discography.
One of the covers.
One of the covers.
Yeah.
Really? What?
I thought the other one. Wait.
Okay.
The other two. Ubisoft did them.
Right. Okay. But yeah, made the 3D Blast.
Currently, my current aesthetic, the Here to Stay, the pixelized logo, the orange, that's all. Everything right now is all ISEE. The videos you've seen, everything. Can't get enough of him.
If you ever played 3D Blast in the Groove 2018 game, you can play that. ISEE made that game. It's
on my Itch.io. Today is actually Itch.io's Bandcamp day.
Really?
So,
they're doing 100% to creators. So
shit, if you got links, let's link them up.
Iseeicy.itch.io. You can check some stuff out if you love it. Can throw a couple bucks my way.
You can also play. You played yourself, or at least the early build of it, right?
That's correct. There's so much shit on my Itch.io. All of it's a good time.
Frog Wednesday.
Frog Wednesday 2. Got a game about being a frog. I have a game about being a dream. I have a game where you're in randomly generated malls. That's pretty cool. If you're here for Vaporwave, you should check that out. Randy's music's in that.
Is it?
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's some tracks from Pioneer in there.
We're learning new things every day.
This is maybe getting into another topic. But I see a game called Mass. What's Mass? Or what happened to Mass, I should say.
This guy's got it.
We don't talk about Mass anymore.
Church.
No, but Mass was probably one of my favorite projects. It was a game that I guess killed itself. It was a game that in order to stay alive, it needed players to upkeep it. So there was a set of puzzles inside the game that you could do, and they refilled life support modules that kept the game alive. and it's a massively multiplayer game. So that means there's one mass, and everybody's responsible for it. And if people miss up, or if they miss out on it, and mass dies, then the game dies.
And Mass died.
And mass died. It's unfortunate.
How long did it last? How long did mass last?
A couple months. I want to say probably around 2 months.
It was a fun time.
It was a fun time. It's just its anniversary. It was just a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Your anniversary?
Now, speaking of mass, do you ever go to mass and confess?
Oh, daily.
Daily? Damn,
Yeah,
you're
I
a
got a lot of
sinner.
sins. Yeah.
Now,
I gotta get 'em off
which
my chest.
god do you believe in? It just becomes
You
a
believe
rel-
in, do you believe in New Game Plus?
Do you believe in?
Absolutely.
Is your god flat or is he 3-dimensional?
Mm-hmm. Is he? Never mind.
I don't think I even know that.
Damn.
Does anybody?
Is she flat? Or is she hot? I have a hot god. My god is so horny she could have kids.
Can we
I
share
feel like-
gods?
We share nudes of God.
Hot God. That reminds me of Sweet Bro and Hello Jeff.
You ever use that hot God mod from San Andreas?
What is Hot God mod?
Oh
my God!
Exactly.
I just got it. I just got it. I just installed it.
I just got it. It works.
I still don't get it, but
the hot coffee mod from San Andreas.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
This is
I don't
San
play.
Andreas is a massive role-playing video game made by Blizzard.
Okay.
Midnight Blizzard. So, all of us, we're not all game devs here.
No.
And we're not all cool enough, but we all game out.
Mm-hmm.
And we all make art. A lot of us music, which you also do. Isee is not just a game dev. This guy, disgusting, annoyingly talented.
Non-Euclidean.
But the main topic of this show was to look at how video games kind of inspire other aspects of art and our art. Our art.
Yeah.
In the middle of the street.
Our art. So let's go over. I don't even know where should we start. I have a bunch of stuff written down.
Gaming is too good.
Gaming is fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could start with how gaming just influenced us. To
Sure.
a round table.
Sure,
I mean,
let's-
you first, Randy. You're the most obvious. You're the most. I mean, come on, 3D
Yeah,
Blast.
come
You're named
on.
after a game.
I love
You played
games.
Sonic once, and then you just want to fuck them. We get
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. It's a Tales all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tails.
What do you
Tails' old
Yeah, what do you-
Snuckles.
What do you think the D on his hat stands for? Huh?
Disco.
Good.
I'm my mom. Yeah, okay, I'll start. Gaming's greatest. That's my other nickname. I actually typed this all out yesterday to the Utopia District thing.
Well, give us a sneak preview.
Yeah, what if I was like, so I won't be talking on this topic today. Yeah, so I was saying, like, when it comes to music, like, I'm specifically inspired by the 16-bit era, right? Most of it. 16-bit to Dreamcasty, kind of. That's clearly my kind of aesthetic thing. Pocket there. It's got something to do with, like, corporate cool, vaporwaves, like, whole thing. And, like, they really tried to capitalize off that in that era where, like, gaming was supposed to be cool all of a sudden, where they're like, Sega was just like, fuck you. If you're not playing Sonic, you're not getting head, bitch. Like,
A lot of attitude.
attitude, yeah. It's fun for me just to play Sonic. Grab a boob. Plus, my penis has an attitude. Thank you, Eminem.
You're inspired by kind of a lot of Sega franchises as well, not just Sonic.
My original.
No. The question is that by, like, you actually play the games, you love the games, and so you love the music, or is it just you're into Sega, you're a Sega fanboy, and you just listen to everything because it's made by Sega.
So I did grow up with a Genesis. So I've played, Sonic's 1 through 3D Blast on the hardware. And then our first home console was a Dreamcast, but the first one I actually owned. And so that's where the Sega comes from. Also the music, Sonic 3 being one of the first video game soundtracks that was oh, this is poppin', and being made by Michael Jackson. It's
hell yes.
Fuck yeah, what are we doing, dude? We're done. This is the best.
What are we doing, MJ?
What are we doing, MJ? Get off, close the door.
No.
So yeah, that's me. That's where I come from. Obviously, Jet Set Radio, specifically, the Sonic era Jet Set Radio stuff.
Yeah, great music there, great aesthetics.
Yeah, attitude, snarkiness. That's kind of my whole vibe too. And
I'm having a hard time trying to pinpoint musically what I pull from video games.
Yeah,
so
okay. I feel like a question from that I was going to ask later, but I think this will actually help this question get across. Is that I think all of us on screen have a very signature game. Me being Sonic stuff, I think John being Tetris, Disco being Doom or Doom-like games, and then I said maybe Myst or Half-Life.
Yeah, absolutely. Those two are definitely. Those two are the games that if you asked any of my friends what my signature game is, they'd say one of those two.
And the part 2 of that was, what do you think that said? Does it say anything about you? Is there something about Tetris, John, that is that's so me?
Well, the thing is, as far as Tetris goes, it's the one game I'm good at.
It's a perfect
good.
game.
It
really is a perfect game. It's addicting. It's fun, and it's
got a great difficulty curve.
Oh yeah, it's so good. And if you fuck up, it's 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it's on you. And it's unless you're playing on a specific version that sucks, and then and then it's kind of
that's on that guy that's walking around and trying to jump up. It's on that guy's
that fucking dude. No, but because if I really think about it, I think the games that I feel like Tetris was really big for me, but I also feel like Half-Life 2, because that was the first real big shooter that I actually beat entirely. On the original Xbox back in
wow.
Oh man, how'd you like those loading zones?
The thing is this is 2005, 2006, so I was sort of used to it,
It's a miracle that port ran.
Yeah. Miracle it worked on my Xbox, because my Xbox was shit. I got it off a friend of mine in high school, and he it was pretty janky or something. But yeah, no, it's just I feel like as far as storytelling in a video game, that it's such a good.
Yeah.
I love Half-Life 2.
Valve nails it always.
Half-Life Alyx is great. My game of the year.
Oh, I'm so bad it didn't win more awards.
Yeah.
Maybe if VR was more accessible.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
But thinking about Half-Life, thinking about Team Fortress's storytelling with its lore and stuff, thinking about
Fortress.
Portal and just how perfect that universe
Portal
is.
too.
Oh my god.
Don't even get me started. There are a few games I hold in the perfect category, and one of them is Portal 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect game.
I really need to replay it.
I would love to do.
So,
we should do
I've
fucking
only-
co-op, dude.
Oh,
Me and John doing co-op. Do you have it on PC?
I think I do.
If you do, and it runs, and you want to do it, let's fucking do it.
Oh,
Maybe we'll do it for the FUNNYNET month.
Maybe FUNNYNET month.
Yeah, we
FUNNYNET
have to.
month?
We have to do.
month.
Well, we have to. We want to get affiliate with this channel, and in order, we have to have a certain amount of hours streamed in a month, and we can't do it with just the show. So we were figuring we should do a bunch of fun stuff throughout a month or two to get it.
Yeah, because that'd be pretty easy. Okay. We'll find time.
I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah. What you said about Doom, about being my signature game. I think it's funny how it definitely hasn't really affected me musically, I don't think, because it has a lot of rock music, even though the soundtrack rocks. I love the Zoom soundtrack. I grew up on it. I love those fake guitar MIDI sounds. I love Doom 2016, but I would say Sonic has affected me more musically. Definitely.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about not even necessarily like. Well, what draws you to Doom, and do you think any part of it reflects on you? Are you like, so. I'm a fast-paced guy,
exactly,
or something like that? Is there something like that?
Yeah, I think the frenetic energy and the fast-paced nature of Doom, and just the quick arcade action of Doom, kind of reflects on me. I like to make kinetic, snappy, kind of videos.
You like to scream?
But I mean, yeah, I like to. Ooh. But like, yeah, Sonic music has effectively more musically. I mean,
definitely.
That
funky.
Exactly. It's much funkier.
Especially when you get to CD era, where it's literally.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sonic CD US soundtrack, wacky workbench, bad future. I can.
It's all about Japanese soundtracks better.
Okay, dude. CD soundtrack is incredible.
It's great. They're both great. Both US and Japanese.
I think musically, for me. What?
You said musically. The app, I said. Never mind. You know what?
Oh my gosh.
Musically, I think like that sweet spot between like 2005 and 2010 Wii and Nintendo DS, like incidental, like, you know, Brain Age, Big Brain Academy, Wii Sports, that sort of era of music. I feel like I listened to that a lot. Like I would literally just plug in my headset, like my headphones. Yeah, or just. Oh, I now I'm just thinking back to I would literally plug in my headphones in class because like some kids had iPods and shit at the time, and I didn't, so I could just listen to my music that was coming out of the DS. So I would just plug that in, listen to that.
One of my first players was my DSi for sure.
I remember so many kids on the school bus with a DSi.
Oh man,
that's that shit.
What I never had.
What?
I never had a DS. I only had a Wii.
You missed out. I'm saying it right now. The DS might be the best gaming device ever made.
What about
if you include
handheld?
If you include that it can also play GBA games as its standalone device that you could purchase with its own library and the GBA library. The DS is incredible. The DS Lite specifically.
The thing is, okay, the one thing I didn't like about the DS Lite, I liked the design. I did not like that the Game Boy game would stick out. It's you try to put that thing in your pocket, it's just gonna get snagged on the thing.
Visually, whatever, but
I guess
it's ugly with them. I mean, I get the appeal of it because they can only make it so small and, you know, still have access. The fact that it still had the ability to do it was great, but
but
visually when you have it in there, it's hideous.
I had a Ace card, like a flash card where I would just download games for the DS, and I felt like that was one of those things where I was like, oh, other games that aren't made by like first party can be amazing. Because like I played so many games I would never have played. And there
were so many third-party games on the DS too.
There were so many good ones, like games that were just DS like
Wii. There's a lot of terrible ones too.
Drawn to life.
But like that era of gaming, you know, I feel it's like the sort of last, like because from that point then you go to mobile gaming and like as far as like, you know, phone gaming, because that's really what took over. Like I think it was the last hurrah for, you know, first-party titles being on like a portable platform. Until recently, I've had Nintendo kind of dip their toes in it, but not in any real substantial way. I mean, I don't think we'll ever really. I think we're a long ways away to getting sort of like
truly portable.
Something truly portable, like because the thing is like the touch, not having buttons.
Yeah.
Is a huge hindrance. Like, sure, you have like the, you know,
they should make something that's like the SP again. That's that small.
It changes the dynamic a lot.
Exactly.
It's hard to get the feel. 100% agree.
You've got some fun mobile games. I remember playing Temple Run or fucking Tap Revenge back on my iPod Touch.
Yeah.
I remember playing Tiny Wings. If anyone's ever played that,
I remember playing Flying Gorilla.
Flappy Bird.
Flying Gorilla.
Like, oh my gosh! Download Flying Gorilla on the App Store now. Please play it. Please play it.
Tiny Wings is awesome.
Tiny Wings, yeah, that little bird.
I played. I didn't play many mobile phone games, honestly. I wasn't a mobile phone gamer. I think
neither was I.
Completely fair.
I feel like a lot of mobile games, just the controls of them, unless they're completely built for that, and there's like no other. Because there's a lot of clones of games. You have a lot of Bejeweled clones, with basically Candy Crush and shit like that. And
here's something interesting. What I only played mobile games when they were on the iPod Touch, and once I moved over to like my Android, I don't have a single game on here. I don't know, something about like the iPod having it had both my phone and that. I also don't like wasting battery, and it's like,
yeah.
And like I had a few games on my Touch. Like I would have like called Extreme Road Trip, or it was like a Diablo-like game almost.
Yeah, no, I get it.
There's a game. It came out for the PSP later. What was that called? Like Dungeon Hunter or something like that.
2048 is the only game I have on my phone. Besides, I used to play that like from 2014 to like 2018. I would play that like religiously whenever I had like downtime.
Yeah.
I remember being at work in the freezer, just playing 2048.
I think it definitely reflects. You love puzzle games, don't you?
And you're puzzling. That's what I mean.
I'm trying to figure it out. No.
Hey, I don't know math, but hey, I could play 2048.
And Icee's only got half a life.
Huh?
I don't know what Disco. What?
I think it's because the iPod Touch is like a media center. Like it's such a media focused thing.
Yeah,
I actually have. Now that I think about it, I had like Tony Hawk 2. I had all the Sonic games. I also jailbroke it. So
me too, man. Cydia, Winterboard, Installus. That was my shit.
But I had everything. But we never really talked about Iseee and his signature games, Myst. And
I played through that.
Half-Life.
And
we played through Disco and I
Whist
played
Wednesdays.
through Myst on Wednesdays, Whist Wednesdays, yeah.
I played it for the first time I played it for the first time in VR, and you were there with me. And I think it's definitely a product of its time. I definitely buy for it. I love like looking at this like the 90s CGI kind of fantastical landscapes of Myst. And I think just seeing that in the grander scale in VR, actually being immersed in those islands, is great. The puzzles themselves, you can definitely tell they were made for like mouse and keyboard and having a notepad. And the version I played in VR was on the Oculus Quest, which is running on mobile hardware, basically 2017 mobile chipset. So it was kind of limited in some ways graphically, and also like they didn't patch in the they didn't patch in the option to use an actual notepad in game. So I had to rely. Good thing you were there, because I had to rely on you to like take notes down on like puzzles.
Somebody who knew the game backwards and forwards.
Exactly. I think the best modern equivalent of Myst nowadays is probably The Room, another kind of escape room kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that game too. It totally lines up. That series.
Yeah, different kind of aesthetics and atmosphere. One's more Victorian, the other's more kind of fantastical, but the kind of puzzle solving aspect, the escape room stuff, the immersion is kind of the same idea.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Myst and Half-Life. God damn, I love those games.
Now, are you a Half-Life 1 or Half-Life 2 fan?
I started as a Half-Life 2 fan, but I think I've slowly become more of a Half-Life 1 fan over time, just because Half-Life 2 was more accessible to me when I was growing up. Like I was much more familiar with Half-Life 2, and especially its presence on YouTube through Gmod. Right? And I think the more that I explored that game and experienced it myself, the more I enjoyed the setting of Black Mesa more.
It's I'll say the first one has a charm to it that I think the second one is missing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like playing Half-Life Alyx and then trying to play Boneworks.
Mhm.
It's so many
They are different
quality of
games.
life. Exactly.
Yeah, they are different games for sure. I mean, one of them is entirely physics based, It's yeah. In terms of how it's influenced me, that's a really hard question. I feel like from a I don't know if it is really. From a music standpoint, I'm almost more influenced by I started off doing chip.
Right.
A lot of chiptune stuff. I got really into using LSDJ, and I do all my music on a Game Boy. And I think basically like when I met Randy was when I was getting into vaporwave, and that's why like there's a chiptune feature of me on
a few
Promise
songs
World
and Iconic.
Yeah, that was definitely more. Well, I was doing that in FL at that point.
Well, yeah, but it was still yeah. Because that was the thing. Before we even really, that was probably before we talked, right?
It was, yeah.
You were just watching me make the song on Twitch, yeah, and you were just like, I think I have a part for this, and I was like, sick. Send her over.
Yeah.
And that's the part in I'm Over It on Promise World.
But I think musically, the more I think about it, maybe I'm inspired by the app. Or maybe by the DS era, because I do really like sound fonty stuff. Which when I started making stuff in FL, all of it was like N64 sound fonts because I couldn't find, or I didn't know how to get free FL plugins. So it was all.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it still does.
And yeah, I feel like I've just leaned into it harder because that sort of sound fonty aesthetic mixed with Bit Crushers gives you that DSE sort of lower res sampled sound, and I love that. I absolutely love that.
What about visually? Because I think as time goes forward, I think more and more people go, oh, remember when faces were like were triangles? Like, we love that back. Like, I'm thinking of Half-Life era graphics being like I'm thinking about the games you make, and like 3D objects are very like
they're very low poly.
Yeah, low poly. Boobs. Yeah, all the times you show me Laura Croft's boobs and say I'm jacking off to this.
Yeah, they were always the low poly version.
Yeah, they're always low poly.
Never the new stuff.
Even though you're poly yourself.
He's one poly,
Yeah.
I'm just a couple polys. It's pretty low, I'll say. But yeah, I don't know. Part of that mostly came from like my inability to make high poly models, and I feel like I just leaned into it because it became its own aesthetic.
Thank God, everyone's like, "Woo!" Oh man, I'm so glad lo-fi music's taken off because damn, it's so much easier than hi-fi music.
Well, you know what? Actually, part of it was probably more VR focused because I started becoming a Unity dev to work on a VR game.
Right.
I got into VR because I wanted to develop for it, and that's why I bought a Vive at launch, and that's why I started learning Unity. And I also knew that performance was a huge thing with VR, so when I taught myself how to model, it was always just as low poly as possible.
Yeah, make stuff run easier.
Right.
Run. Run,
Forrest, run. And I mean, as long as you get the point across, I mean, unless you try and do like something that's supposed to look realistic, I mean, keeping things low poly, there's no reason not to,
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, a lot of my projects stem from really quick development times.
Right.
A lot of the stuff on my itch.io stems from game jams, so it's just easier to whip up something that's really low poly and then be done with it because I only have like 48 hours to work on it or 72 hours or some shit like that. That said, moving forward, I want to do more stuff that's more stylistic because I like low poly, that's cool, but going more with a stylistic approach to it where it's not just low poly, it's more maybe more like DSE 3D, or definitely more intentional is something that I really like. A lot of stuff I do has that MS Painty look. And if I can bring that into 3D, that's absolutely what I want to do.
Kind of programmer art kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, but going harder with it, something where it's, not just it looks like shit programmer art, but damn, like I live in programmer art, you know?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
There's always that famous picture of the Kirby developers. There's the 6 of them. It's like level designers, artists, all that, and they all drew a Kirby awesome. And it's like the programmer's art is all fucked up.
Yeah. That shit's it's so charming. I love it.
I was gonna say about VR rules, dude.
It does. I love VR.
I didn't believe it. I didn't. I got my Rift for like $100 at a school that was closing down. They were liquidating all their stuff, and I bought it because my friend had one. I said, "Hey, you should get it so we can play some games together." I was like, worst comes worst, I don't like it. I can resell it for and still make some money on it. But it really is. It really is. You know, I wouldn't say it's the future. It's a
whole nother level.
It's a whole nother like different thing. That's all of it. So I don't think we're all going to go to VR one day, but I think as its own thing, it's really, really interesting, really fun.
Absolutely.
Even when it comes to like, it's funny, like the whole COVID era with like turning venues into VR was like it's like perfect timing, almost. We see 100% do that almost exclusively now, right? All their shows.
They're doing 360.
But it's supposed to be like VR or whatever.
Immersive.
I saw some raves start popping up in VR chat.
Yeah,
I really wanted to check out. Like they as a platform, they released user scripting, so people are able to make like audio reactive environments or like hosting shows in it now.
Ooh,
there we go. I just wish VR chat had a better user base.
It's like it sucks because the base user base sucks, and then like all of the cool people are hiding from it because like the base user base sucks. So you know, like to go to a rave like that, I'm sure you have to know somebody.
Dude,
exactly.
I've played like a multiplayer VR game for the first time recently. I've only been playing like single player experiences because I like to be immersed in like, you know, crafting experiences. So I was like, you know, Gorilla Tag, it looks like a fun game. It's a game where you literally play a gorilla in this PS1 looking world, and all you do is play tag with other gorillas. So I was like, oh, this is fun. And I joined the game, and it was all just 9-year-olds. Like,
Flying like, gorilla.
First of all, I thought you were supposed to be like, I don't know, like a specific age and up, like 13 and up to play VR or something.
Don't care.
Yeah.
How do they even have VR?
They're
probably
their
daddies,
you know,
their daddies.
quest and just going ham. I mean,
that's pretty fucking nuts.
It sucks. Disco, we got to do VR chat sometimes because I mean, literally, social experiences where you're with the right crowd is probably the most immersed I've ever been in VR.
Yeah,
and there's one thing to have a crafted experience, but it's another thing to like actually experience the presence of other people.
Right. Yeah, the social aspect of it. I mean, I did play a little bit of VR chat with John here.
Yeah. I don't think that was really a great Well, I mean, it's a representation of VR chat, but it wasn't that great.
I mean, my favorite parts of VR chat are like going to like worlds that are in like entirely like photogrammic. What's the word?
Oh, photogrammetry. Yeah.
Yeah, photogrammetry.
Photogrammetric. Like, is that a word? I don't know.
Photogrammetric. Whatever. Like basically, they take a camera and they recreate this whole 3D space, and it looks really realistic, and it's literally like you're there. And I think John and I visited like a VR museum in VR chat, and I thought,
I think that was at the end of it.
Yeah.
No, I was I mean, it was again. I have had some good experiences in VR chat. I don't think I had any that night.
Yeah. Yeah, it totally depends. It really does, and it sucks.
I don't have VR.
Yeah, I see Randy getting pissed in the corner, so we better move on before he whoops our ass.
I didn't say anything.
It's like I don't have 6 feet by 6 feet.
I don't, dude.
Randy, if I ever get a new headset, I'll just give you my old Oculus Quest one. It's very good.
Can I have your disco ball instead?
No, that's my head.
Damn. No, I mean, keep talking about VR. Let's see if I care. It's cool.
But where were we talking about without VR? Influences.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a thing written down. I said, if I say this is an Isee game, explain what that means.
That can mean
because I have said
that can
this.
either mean it's bad. It can mean that's definitely the first one that comes to mind. The other one is that it's experimental.
Yeah.
The other one is that
I'm trying to think in my head what it means.
I don't know.
It's a game.
What does it mean to you?
Let's see. When I say this is an Isee game, it's a game that like nobody will play.
It's dithered.
It's dithered. Yeah, it's got some weird. It's got a really retro.
It's in the haunted PS1 demo disc scene.
Like, yeah, the gameplay is something you wouldn't want to do. Like
non-traditional.
Non-traditional. Yeah. Yeah, like there's something about it that's like cool. It's usually got like some old school internet aesthetic or something. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, games that I don't want to play.
You're describing Myst to me.
Exactly.
Games I don't want.
Games I don't want to play. It's an Isee game.
Games I want nothing to do.
Games that feature 3D Blast.
There's only one.
Among Us.
There's one about 3D Blast, but I'm sure
there's more than one.
Correct.
There's more than one. You're right.
Correct. Oh my gosh, there is more than one now.
So
it's gonna be on Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it will be on Steam. It's on itch.io right now.
That's incredible. Huge congratulations. Huge shouts out.
That game is insane.
If you haven't played Randy Blaster 3D, the retro FPS made by Nanotrend where you kill 3D Blast, play it now. I'm going to link it in the description.
Incredible.
In the description.
I'm so stupid.
I'm so stupid.
Oh, wow. This is YouTube.
Another aspect. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We could be on YouTube, right? In a couple days.
We could
be.
A
VOD.
A couple days.
I can't beat Randy Blaster 3D. It's hard.
It's a hard game. I mean, if you're a retro FPS veteran like I am,
I mean, you like butter got through that game, man. Jeez.
I mean, that game was tough as balls at first.
I was the first person to beat it on very hard mode.
Yeah, you were, but why are you making this about you, huh?
I did. I'm just saying. This is in the John area. Gaming mixed with your retro collecting.
Oh,
why do you collect? You collect a lot of old consoles and kind of mod them, and obviously you play them on stream sometimes.
Yeah, right now, in our arm's length, I've got a Saturn. I've got my PS3, my Xbox 360, Xbox One. Over there, I got Dreamcast and the GameCube, which have both those are modded. And the reason why I mod them is because games are fucking expensive now.
Yeah.
Especially right now that it's definitely a seller's market right now. I don't know how long that's gonna last for. But buying a mod to put in there, because to be honest, I have a lot of the GameCube games already that I was already gonna be playing. Because I've been collecting them and holding on to them since probably like 2008, 2009. Only because I remember going to GameStop and there was like buy 2 get 2 free on GameCube games, and I picked up Wind Waker, Mario DDR.
Mario DDS.
Mario Mix, yeah.
I actually had 2 copies of it at one point.
Game, I love the music from that game.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
but
it's hilarious.
But like the thing is, like I got all these games that like now are worth like a pretty penny, and I mean, like I'm always, even though I don't know, it's part of it is just fun collecting, shopping. It's fun, and also you do like playing these. Like, you want to play these games, sure.
Play them on the hardware themselves.
Yeah, I think it's like emulation to me. I mean, is a cool thing, and I don't mind doing it sometimes. It's just when it comes to controlling it and having
some systems definitely don't. You can't get that like 1-to-1, and also sometimes even if something can like up-res, it's still will like be missing something, or a sound will bug out, or something weird.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, like playing it on a CRT, it was the way it was meant to be played.
Right.
Yeah,
Whereas if you're playing on like an emulated screen, you can
How
see
many
the
CRTs do you guys have?
I wish.
If I was more into the melee scene, I'd have a bunch.
How many do you have?
I've got two. I've got
Okay.
I've got like one I got at the flea market a couple months ago for $5
Oh yeah.
with a
Nice.
VCR built in. That was nice. And then
There
I've
you
had
go. There you go.
I've had like an old JVC studio monitor that I got on eBay back in like 2012, 2013 for like I think $30.
That's awesome.
So I mean, I've been looking for a second one of those so I could do like one of those like 2-tiered like like video art like
Like
I can see it like
who
in
does that in Cali? What are they called?
Oh, well, shit like that.
Something smells.
What?
I swear it's called that.
No, it's.
Oh my
Something
god.
awful.
Oh no, I wish. I know. I can't remember who they are.
No, but more so, less so like that, like the vaporwave side of it. More so like if you go to like an art gallery and you see like a oh, what's his fucking name?
Have you seen Robot Baby, or what the hell's it called? Family of Robots.
Technologic.
There's one in
But baby.
there's one in the Art Institute in Chicago, and it's a robot made out of those studio monitors, and it's really cool.
Well, I think he's either Korean or Vietnamese. He's a video artist.
To me.
Namjoon Paik, I think it is.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the person.
Okay, yeah, like stuff like that where it's like video installation pieces. I love.
Don't you make one of those guitars? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, no, I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
Well, he's been dead for years. I mean, he's like from the '60s. Like he started doing his like video stuff with like a magnet on top of a TV. Oh, that just fucking industrial magnet on top of a TV just makes it look fucking sick. Let's get off CRTs and TVs for a second. Let's get back to games. I'm sorry.
That was all part of it.
That was all part of the plan.
All part of the plan. Other thing about games sometimes is that they waste time. And I wrote down here something about the battles of gaming, because they're the ultimate time waster. They also like halt creativity, but at the same time, it's like for each of us like required in a weird way, where it's like if I base so much of it off of it, where it's like without it, what would I have?
I mean, yeah, I think it's appropriate. I would say that video games are a combination of different art forms.
I wrote that
It's
down
the most
too.
engaging.
The mashup of all art forms.
Exactly. It's the most engaging art form. It's like you got music, you got visuals, and you and you can interact with it.
There's design, there's writing.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's all this kind of stuff.
Voicing,
voice acting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
QA. User experience stuff.
Microtransactions, that's art.
Money.
Fortnite.
Time being wasted.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
It's a waste of time, but it's also the biggest source of inspiration for some.
Yes.
So
is it? I find it hard to play games now that I started streaming, only because I think in my head, maybe I'll save this for a stream. Are you guys ever like that?
100%. But at the same time, I think it's weirdly healthy, because there was a moment when I was only playing games on stream, and I would doing it maybe 3 times a week for 3 hours. And weirdly, when I wasn't streaming, I would be like, well, I'm going to work on stuff, because I know I'll play. It was like I was scheduling it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's like that work-life separation.
Because normally, if I love a game, I'll be like, I just want to fucking play it. Like, I want to play. If I'm at work, I just want to play it. And I get home, I want to play it. But if I know I'm going to stream it tomorrow at 8, today, I'll be like, I'll just work on stuff, because I know I don't want to spoil it. For I don't want to go ahead of the stream, like Last of Us right now. I really want to play that game, but we save it for the stream. Otherwise, I would just be like playing it and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Right now, that's what WoW is doing. I'm playing WoW and not doing anything.
Because the thing is, like, I feel like ever since I started streaming, I don't really want to play games. Period. I mean, maybe it's down to just like
games suck.
There aren't games kind of do suck these days.
Gaming's awful.
Actually, we hate gaming. Ultimate time waster.
I mean, like,
if you make games, fuck you.
Okay, what is like some of your favorite like recent games? I know you said you're playing Last of Us 2.
Recent games, sure, yeah.
Like past like year or two.
Yeah,
you know?
Last of Us is probably the newest game. I honestly fell into that. I used to be very up to date with stuff. Like I have to have the newest stuff, you know. But recently I've kind of fallen where I'm kind of getting to stuff a year or two later, and that helps when it comes to like games are cheaper. Like I'm probably like I don't have a PS5, and I'm just now getting to like the blockbusters on PS4, and I'm like, this is awesome because like I just borrow them or like pay nothing for them. Nintendo I am up to date with normally, so I'm trying to think. What?
Actually, I think Horizon is free on PS4 right now. Yep. You got it. Okay, great.
I downloaded it. Yeah, same with the new Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, that's free.
Not the PS5 one, but the PS4 new one. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, oh, cool. I'm trying to think. Most recent game that I was into is Last of Us is one of them. Nintendo probably had something there. You know, I like Nintendo, so. Red Dead, I just got that, which isn't new, but it's newer.
Really?
I want to play that. I've never played a Red Dead. I've never played Red Dead 1.
It's awesome
on PC.
I got Red Dead and I just haven't booted it up.
Let's play, dude.
It's one of those things.
I've been playing. When I got my new the new processor and stuff, I wanted a game I could kind of like mess with it because I got like a new motherboard. I got the new graphics card a few months ago. I was like, let's party, let's get Red Dead, and everyone was playing GTA and Red Dead at the time, so I was like, sick. And then I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, like a month later, a Monster Hunter came out, and I remember playing Red Dead for 2 weeks, and then Monster Hunter came out. Gotta get back to it.
Disco, are you ever playing games? I mean, you always seem like you're working on something.
I've been playing
you
Blood.
release so much music. I've been playing Back for. You've been playing Back for Blood.
I'm playing Blood, 1997 Monolith game that was released on the Build engine alongside like alongside Shadow Warrior and Duke Nukem. I love that game. I love it. Like, I wonder why I haven't played it earlier. It's a really great retro FPS. You play as Caleb. You come back from the
Caleb.
dead. Yeah, you come back from the dead and you just start nuking these zombies and evil spirits. But hex cells,
Sex
VR
cells?
stuff. I've been playing VR stuff. I mean, I got VR for the first time last year. Yeah, I played Myst. My favorite games are Half-Life Alyx and Boneworks. I love physics-based stuff. So Boneworks, I just love moving around, climbing things, shooting things.
Who could forget it? I mean, our time in Snatcher.
Snatcher.
That's not a new game, but like that was.
No, that was great.
That was something else. That's when I realized like even games that I'd never want to play can be fun.
You just gotta be around the right people, you know. And also, I mean, it's like if that was, I feel like that would make a great movie. Not American movie. Let's not see Hollywood do Snatcher.
I don't care at this point. I would love to see Hollywood do Snatcher. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Scarlett Johansson plays Mika.
No, she played Little John. Let's just get us to play, and I would be the guy doing drugs and.
Oh, Ivan.
You remember his name? Oh my god.
Yeah. How could I forget? I played the game.
That's right.
Really?
I played it.
I recently, my friend was getting rid of his PS4 because he just got a PS5. So I got that for real cheap, and I got a couple games with it. And I have all the big PS4 games. Like I've got God of War. I've got, I just paid Spider-Man for like $2.
That's one I need to play.
Flea market.
Spider-Man.
But like I have all these games. The only one I've touched was Ratchet and Clank, the recent one, the 2016-17 one. And that I have never played the Ratchet and Clank game, and I was like, this. I forgot how good that like 3D platformers can be.
Yeah,
and it was it was fun. It was I was able to beat it like in 2 nights, and I was like I was happy with that because I mean, sure it's like I didn't get all the gears or whatever, but it was fun, man.
Sure, I watched my friend Zach play it like next to me, so I will play it myself soon. I'm assuming soon. TM Valve time.
If it's free, I mean, then why not pick it up?
It's pretty sick. The reason I wanted to play Horizon, funny enough, is because everyone I know was playing Fortnite. And it was in Fortnite, and I was like, what is this game even about? Horizon.
Wait, Horizon is in Fortnite?
Yeah,
now?
Alloy. She's got a really cool... That's the main character of Fortnite. Of Horizon.
Of Fortnite.
Fortnite Horizon.
It's pretty fucked up. All of our friends, all of my friends are playing Fortnite because they want the Titan skin.
I know. Oh my god,
they want the Raven and Beast Boy skins from the fucking...
I've been begging Samir to play Fortnite with me, and now it's easier than ever.
Yo, wait a second. Have you guys played Fortnite? Can I get on this? I'm a bit rusty.
Down. I'm always down.
Never.
Everyone, like, I can't believe, like, everyone I know is just like, are we doing Fortnite tonight? I'm like, what? Where did this come from?
This Sunday, we're playing Fortnite on Christ Live.
I have people. If you want to recruit some of my friends for this, I will certainly watch. I guess I'll play. I don't like that game though.
Maybe I'll get Frank in there too. I mean,
we did this already. It was me, you, and Encarta and Frank.
I'm curious. What are your most played games on Steam?
Mine I think is Monster Hunter World at this point.
Boot it up.
My number one is Gmod, probably because I left it on so many nights when I was younger. But Left 4 Dead 2 is definitely up there. I love that game so much. I used to play it all the time.
I'd be willing to bet mine is either Gmod or Team Fortress. Yeah, Gmod, 1,600 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, I just gotta log in.
I gotta figure out how to look at this.
GM construct is just...
You go to your profile, and then on the right side there's a games button.
Oh no. Well, Final Fantasy 14 took the lead with 249, and then Terraria is number 2 with 142, and then Monster Hunter World is tied.
Terraria's up there for me as well. I've been thinking a lot about Terraria recently. Like, Terraria's I really want to play that game.
I've never played it. I've heard it's very good.
See, this is also like my old, or like my new account. Like, I had an account when I was younger that I shared with my brothers until like some way through high school. We finally separated. But so I have a lot more hours in TF2 that are not accounted for.
Yeah, TF2 is my number one with 237 hours. I mean,
I've never played TF2.
You've never played TF2?
Is second.
Wow.
You've never played TF2, and you said you liked shooters.
A lot of time for first.
Yo, Bookworm's up there, 8 hours.
Bookworm, yo.
I fucking love Bookworm. I can't even read.
Randy, I don't like multiplayer shooters. I don't really play a lot of multiplayer stuff. I used to play a lot of CS Source. Played nothing but those two.
TF2, Terraria Wednesday. TF2 is my favorite shooter of all time.
I think X on Xbox, TF2 might be my most, or the orange box might be my most played game of all time. I mean, I literally sunk at least 1,000 hours in TF2 on Xbox 360 back in the day. I fucking and Left 4 Dead 1.
Thank God WoW isn't on Steam, because yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. No feelings about Minecraft.
No one wants to see those hours.
We were talking earlier about gaming being a waste of time. And like, it's something I feel like as a person I'm very I feel good when I get shit done. And that's part of the reason that I motivate myself motivate myself to work, because I finish something and it's like, damn, that rocks. That's great. And I play a game like Minecraft and I get that same feeling when I do shit, and dump hours into it. And it's the same thing with Terraria, and I find myself like offsetting my playtime of those games when I'm working on actual projects, because I know if I play Minecraft at the same time, I'll just never get the actual work done. It'll just never happen.
They're very productive games in nature.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I mean,
exactly.
You talk
especially
about like
when you play with other people.
Working while playing games. It's like there are moments, and I've done it when I'm really into WoW. Let's say something new comes out. There's a moment when I'm like I have to stop. Not because I'm having because I'm having fun, but because I'm having too much fun. And that if I wanted to, I could dedicate 24 hours to this game. And I just go, that's not good. And I have to just stop.
Yeah.
That's unhealthy.
It's really bad. The fact that I'm like, ooh, I could just do that.
Have you had those like those weeks where it's like you just do it from like sunrise to sundown kind of a thing?
I got my second shot of the vaccine and was like, I'm going to stream until I feel it. And I just streamed no problem for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Super fun. Super easy.
Yeah.
Does Steam have like achievements?
Yeah.
Does Steam achievements? What is this fucking guy?
I don't use Steam.
He's an Xbox kind of guy.
I am an Xbox.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, what is the hardest achievement you've ever actively tried to get?
Oh, dude, I know a friend of mine.
Oh, that's a great question.
Is an achievement hunter. Know what I'm saying?
Really?
Rooster Teeth.
Tries to 100% like games that she owns.
Damn.
And I could never imagine that. I mean, I get it. You're getting the most out of your money. But
I know what the hardest one for me was Little Rocket Man from part 2 of Half-Life 2.
The gnome?
The gnome and the rocket ship.
I was going to say that as a joke. I was like, there's no way someone did that.
I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah,
I did it. I remember because this is in 2016. I had just hooked up my Xbox 360 for the first time in like years at this point, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've got this is because I have like 69% on this game," and I was thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna complete this game," and I'm thinking this is the first one I gotta do because it's just such a pain in the ass because you gotta take literally this fucking gnome from the beginning of the game all the way to the fucking end of the game, and it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's
you have to drive vehicles with them. You have to put them in your
car.
car.
Are you supposed to put? Where you? It's all physics, and it just flies off every fucking time.
Yeah.
You
really have to be careful with it.
You have to baby it. I
was thinking about the Stanley Parable achievement too, where don't play the game for 5 years.
Oh, I think I can get that soon.
Me too.
I don't know if I've ever really gone for like achievements like that. I don't think I have a single one that I'm like, oh, sweet, I got it. Dude. Besides like TF2 ones for items.
Yeah, like when I beat a game, I'm like, okay, cool. Next game. Instead of like, trying to get 100% it.
I have achievements that I got just from playing games. I'm like, oh,
exactly. I'm like, oh, cool,
sweet.
Nice.
I will say this: I do have every achievement for TF2 on the Xbox 360.
Well, they didn't introduce more though.
Yeah,
I think some of them were pretty. What was it? I mean, like they're just time consuming, really.
I'm trying to think.
Like,
can you accumulate
25,000
your achievements on Steam?
Yeah, there is.
Where?
You go to if you go to that games tab again, you can sort by achievement completion.
Oh.
I can't imagine playing first-person shooters on a gamepad, man. That seems like such a mouse and keyboard endeavor to me.
No.
It takes getting used to. It's like something where if you grew up doing it, I'm sure it's second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, Half-Life Alyx is by #1 with 28 out of 42 achievements.
Apparently I have all the achievements in Super Monday Night Combat.
What is that?
I remember that game.
4 of 4 achievements.
I liked Monday Night Combat better.
I didn't play an hour.
I have almost every achievement Sonic Generations. Holy shit.
Oh, I played a little bit of that, but I never finished it. I got that because it was like at the time the highest rated recent Sonic game.
It's very good.
Have you guys ever tried the 100% games?
No.
The one game I tried 100% was the Orange Box one because it really, I think it's my favorite game. Other than that, no.
I'm trying to think. 100% a game.
Super Punch Out for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I guess counts. That's 100%. Every Emerald, every Super Emerald on every character, including Tails, no Tails Sonic. So doing Sonic and Tails, Knuckles, Tails, and just Sonic, all Super Emeralds,
Christ,
all
fucking insane.
Chaos Emeralds, every single ending.
I feel like there's a
mental health.
There's like a different. I guess it depends on the game, but like I feel like you get a different appreciation for the game if you've 100%ed it, and it totally depends, right? But I think the game I've 100%ed most recently was The Messenger, which is awesome. I mean, I played that a couple years back now.
That's
100%ing that involves, like going through all the levels again and picking out all the secret areas and stuff, which it makes it pretty easy to do if you've played the game for a while. It's not like a huge pain in the ass. They kind of help you into it, but it just you like unlock an extra weapon or two after doing it, and you've just become so familiar with the game and the game soundtrack. It's very enjoyable. And then you play a game like Banjo-Tooie, and that is the complete opposite feeling.
100% Mario Odyssey. It gets boring. Try to get every outfit. Yeah, I was thinking about. I was like, I went into Mario Sunshine with like 100% mindset, but I ended up just like beating all. I got all the shines in the levels and was like, I'm good. I beat the game and turned her. I think Zach did. I think Zach did Galaxy. Like all the stars.
100%ing Odyssey. I didn't finish it. I just started doing it. It was fun. I imagine the outfits suck, but just finding the extra shines and stuff. They really pump so much content into that game. Stuff you wouldn't see otherwise.
Okay, literally, I have not gotten a single 100%. The closest one I've ever got was 19 out of 20 for the game Make It Rain, The Love of Money on my Windows phone back in the day. It was a cookie clicker clone where you had to swipe like money to do it, and I loved that game. I played that for months.
I wonder if I've ever 100% in any other games though, besides cookie clicker on my phone or whatever the fuck you just said.
Make It Rain, The Love of Money.
I used to have classmates playing that game.
Okay, yeah, actually was fun.
I never played it. I played it for like 2 seconds.
Clicker games are fun.
Cookie clicker, that was my clicker.
Did anyone here play Candy Box?
What?
Candy Box is my original introduction to that like genre. It's more of an idle game than a cookie clicker, but same rules kind of apply. Where like every second you get a candy, and then
cookie clicker.
If Zach were here, he would. I love Zach. Keep talking about Zach. If Zach were here, he would know. We played that together. We discovered it from Nightmare. Fuck Candy Box. There you go. And then eventually, it was like going into it completely blind, discovering that website, and the only thing on the page just says you have 1 candy, and then you have 2, and it's all ASCII art and stuff. And then as you get 10, it says eat. And then like you just keep letting it go, and eventually like the game unfolds to become a full RPG, and it's crazy. It's like it becomes this entire thing where there's like items and weapons. You get a farm, and it's like it becomes this whole thing. That discovering that completely blind was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Someone in the chat said, Calcium Demo in the chat says, right now I'm playing Pincremental. It's kind of like an idle clicker game with pinball stuff. I love pinball. Pinball used to be my shit. When I was a kid, I used to, just doing the balls. I remember playing Space Cadet 3D on Windows XP. I was like, whoa. I used to do that cheat where you can control
the ball by pressing spacebar 10 times.
You can control the ball with your mouse. I was like, look, I can score. I score. I was gonna say, Randy, you are a big Matrix fan. You and I are big Matrix fans, right?
We are, yeah.
Have you ever played Max Payne?
No, I haven't. But I know they have the whole bullet time.
Yes, Max Payne rocks.
Have you ever played Killing Floor?
Because
that has a bullet time thing too.
It does, but it's not. It doesn't make it like
it's reactive. It's not like you do it. It's like when you get killed, it'll do like. And it's funny because it affects everybody in the game. So like, if I'm over here and I like shoot someone and I reload and you get a cool headshot, my guy's just like.
Oh.
And it's like really funny when it's something stupid's happening.
Dude, you should play Max Payne. That bullet time, dude, that shit.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Max Payne 3?
I love it. Okay. I love Max Payne 3.
Which one should I play?
love Max. think you should start with 1. I don't know, actually. I played all in order.
Minimum Pain?
2 is my favorite. 2 is my favorite to play for sure. It's the shortest, but I think it's the I don't know, man. Just play 1 and then work your way up to 3. 3 is awesome. I love 3. A lot of people are kind of torn on 3.
Yeah, because that's what I heard. I mean, I think I had that at one point because it was at one point it was like you can get it for like $1 or $2 at like GameStop. Like they were just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah,
they did not sell as many as they hoped they would.
yeah. For one thing, it wasn't made by Remedy. It was developed by Rockstar themselves.
Right.
And it was like a big gap between the first 2 games where they took place in like, it was like more noir. It took place in the city. This one took place in like brighter, more colorful streets of Sao Paulo.
How does this reflect your art? No.
How does the Matrix reflect on your head?
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's green.
Both this and that were both cool.
I like how I was like, let's see if we can talk about games and like how they relate to like art. And eventually we're just like, did you guys play that game? It's so sick. Did you guys play this? Which is awesome. I wish we were a gaming podcast instead.
Nah.
Always time to pivot.
Let's pivot. Greetings from Azeroth.
The Mushroom Kingdom.
Greetings from
Angel Island.
Greetings from Mushroom Kingdom. Yeah.
From Island.
Greetings from Silent Hill.
Oh no.
Damn, video games are cool. Video games are a real problem.
Yeah, they're
a cool problem.
Are. I mean, have you
They're
heard?
fucking fun. Have you heard what happened?
About the video game?
No.
You wait, what? You haven't heard about the? Oh, you're in for
Tell me about it.
You know, I'll let you wait till you watch the news tonight. I mean, it's gonna be all over the news.
CDC breaking news about video game.
Yeah.
CDC and Knuckles.
CDC.
CDC's
Knuckles.
CDC.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, enough talk.
Next question.
Let's see what else I've written down here. Let's talk music.
Okay.
What's got the best soundtrack? Or what soundtrack inspires you the most?
Oh, Sonic soundtracks for sure.
We kind of talked about this earlier, but let's just make us more broad. Could we talk about Sonic and like Wii stuff and DS stuff? Maybe specifics, I guess.
Yeah, when I had an MP3 player, when I had a Zoom, I used to listen to nothing but Weird Al and video game soundtracks. I had Sonic. I had Klonoa. I had what else did I have? I had Sonic remix soundtracks from OC Remix.
I had those as well. You know that I thought we'd been over this.
The Super Street Fighter 2 OC remix soundtrack that they remastered.
SimCity 3000.
There you go. The SimCity one. That's
what it was.
That's huge for my family. We love SimCity 2 through 4, and then the Sims 1 are on all of our computers.
I for years have had the SimCity 3000. I had to look through my phone's music because I had this same SD card since like 2014. So I've got all that music on there, and SimCity 3000 has been following me since I first heard it back in the day. Yep, that's it. That's the soundtrack. That's it.
It's a hard. Oh man, there's too many good games that exist.
Donkey Kong Country for sure.
I would
David
say.
Wise.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
David. I mean, his work on the Donkey Kong soundtrack, Donkey Kong Country soundtrack for the Super Nintendo, it blurred the line between like fake sounding,
real and life and death,
chiptune sounding stuff, and like real like CD quality Red Book audio.
I was so excited. I followed Ukulele. I was all in with Ukulele during its kickstarting time. I was so excited that Grant Kirkhope and David Wise were doing the soundtrack for that game. The soundtrack for that game is good. It's just the rest of the game that's
did David work on the first one?
Incredibly middling.
Did David Weiss work on the first one?
First what?
First ukulele.
There's only one. Yeah.
No, there's not. There's a second one.
Yeah. I thought there was a second one.
There's a second one? They made another. Well, oh no, they did like a comic or something, right?
No, there's a second game.
Yeah,
it's like a platformer.
Yeah, it's 2D.
2D.
It's like Donkey Kong Country. You didn't know about the second ukulele?
No, that tells you how
how
it was.
He collabed on the music, I think, for the second one, says Samir. Well, Isee only knows about the first one.
Speaking of Grant Kirkhope, the GoldenEye soundtrack on the N64, man.
Oh man, those
inspiration. Slow down tambourines.
I do think it's funny that like a lot of these remakes or like spiritual successors always can get like the musician behind it, but then like the game always is like kind of falls flat.
Oh my god, the biggest example for that for me. Have you ever heard of he's a composer from the UK. He composed for NES Silver Surfer, Genesis Time Tracks.
Oh, we've talked about this before.
Yes.
Tim, I don't know. Well, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Tim Follin, my favorite video composer of all time. He had Follin, so he was like 15 when he started to get into video game industry. He composed for the ZX Spectrum, which by the way has a 1-bit sound chip. So it can only output one sound at a time. That motherfucker, at like 17 years old, figured out how to get up to 24 sounds playing at once using software. I don't know how he does it. It sounds amazing. Look up Raw Recruit on the ZX Spectrum. He did the soundtrack on that. Prog rock goodness, baby.
Yeah.
Listen to Silver Surfer NES. Listen to Time Tracks, unreleased video game, Genesis.
We support any artist on the Spectrum.
Yeah. For the Genesis, that soundtrack rocks.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
Is this the guy that did Pictionary for the NES? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Now we know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The guy
Pictionary is too good of a soundtrack.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what he did. He just made. He was assigned the shittiest games, and he was like, "Let's."
Without mentioning Plock. Yeah.
Plock. Oh my god. How did I forget Plock? Oh,
what game died?
Okay, I had that on. I had that soundtrack on tape.
Yeah.
What game is the most sleeper hit soundtrack, and why is it the Tetris on N64?
Okay, actually, it does have a pretty good.
I haven't listened to it. Have you heard Bomberman Hero?
Yes.
Bomberman Hero.
Bomberman. He did Echo the Dolphin. Nice.
Oh man, Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, that's got some. Okay, the Dreamcast one actually has some really good, like surprisingly good tracks on there. I mean, I have the ROM for it. I haven't played it yet because it just does not look fun. Sorry,
the Dreamcast one only, says Samir. Is that Tim fucker?
Yeah, because I was about to say like that soundtrack has got some pretty good ones. I mean, like there's some Blank Banshee samples in there. I mean,
oh yeah,
you know.
No, that's David Weiss.
That's
funny. Blank Banshee literally has taken melodies from so many games, like at least like once an album, at least little melodies that are like just.
The most recent album has a ton of LSD Dream Emulator samples all over it.
What's is that you're talking about Metamorphosis?
Yeah, no. The
most recent one?
The one after Metamorphosis.
Cicada or something?
No. That was before.
I don't even fucking know, dude. I kind of
the one with the bird on the cover.
Yeah.
Does he have another album after
Gaia.
Oh, he did. Gaia Hero.
It's actually pretty good. I like it a lot.
How do I never listen to this? Maybe I did, and maybe I just was like, I don't care anymore.
I think a lot of people didn't like the new one because it sounded like too. I don't know, like too much was going on, but at the same time,
I think I remember like
I love Mega for that. Mega is my favorite release.
Mega I loved, and then I think this is the one I listened to, and like the whole thing was like. There was never a moment of like, and this is the song. The whole song was just like, oh,
that's what I felt about.
that shit's hot. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like as a song, I was like, this sounds like I'm
the company thing.
Sounds like I'm going through my fucking sample folder.
Okay, what? It's off topic. Never mind.
No, bring it up.
I was gonna say I was listening today to the new Giant Claw album. And, I guess if you think about Giant Claw, he has sampled a ton of Sega stuff in some of his other albums. I mean, like, I know there's a moment where you hear the Saturn boot up chime, or however it goes.
The Saturn boot up sound,
Yeah,
I remember how it goes. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the PS1. Saturn.
It's like a.
Know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's about as effective as like looking up that song on Google using that song that goes bum 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 bum.
No, but I mean, like, just having just really off the wall sort of just like boops, pops, and sounds, and just
that can be great in its own right for sure.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the Gaia Blake Banshee album.
How come no Gorilla?
Gaia's great.
What?
I said, how come no Gorilla? Only Gaia.
My God. How come there's a Mother's Day but not a Father's Day?
Gorilla.
That's kind of sucks.
How come they should have named that album Gorilla? I would listen to it.
Add a Z to the end of it. So
might be onto something.
Fucking Blank Banshee. Sorry, what?
Has anybody here played Super Paper Mario?
Oh my God! Okay, wait a second. I know exactly the song you're gonna talk about. That fucking intro. That no, how does it go? Oh, it's like from the Sand World or something. Like there's like a really good, like it's too good for a Super Paper Mario.
There's so many. I love that game so much, and the soundtrack for that game is equally as incredible.
I gotta find which one it is now because I have it in like a folder like saved, and I'm thinking. Because I reheard it like a month or two ago.
That's the one with the Weeb Gecko and Mr. L. Yes, that's the one with the Weeb Gecko and Mr. L. Exactly.
Okay, Gloam Valley is the one I'm thinking of. It's got this. It just goes like. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yes, Gloam Valley's incredible.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's incredible. Incredible game soundtrack. That's up there to answer the question of inspirations.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I think this was technically my first Paper Mario game back in the day because I didn't have That's Your Door and I didn't have an N64. So whenever this came out on Wii, I was like, oh hell yeah, I want to play this, and it was weird.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It's a weird game.
I modded my Wii too, so
going back to it after playing some of the other ones, I mean, it's got a very different, interesting vibe to it. It's so fun. It's interesting. It's funny.
It's like Sonic Shuffle.
It was my first Paper Mario as well, which is very strange going to any other game in the Paper Mario franchise because Super Paper Mario is a platformer and the other games are action RPGs.
Now, right? What do you think of the more recent ones? Because I learned to get a lot of flack.
Yeah, I played. It's around the same time I was all into ukulele. I was all into Sticker Star. I had a bad time. And I played that game without really reading anything about it, and I just got bored with it pretty quick.
Did you play the new one?
I didn't buy the new one yet. I've heard it's okay.
Yeah, I heard people liked it.
What about Color Splash?
I played about an hour of Color Splash also before getting bored, but I was more satisfied with the writing in Color Splash. Color Splash is more self-aware and where it is as a series, whereas like the story in Sticker Star it's like the Yoshi's Crafted world of writing.
I love it.
Okay.
It's like intentionally like told from a like 4-year-old's perspective kind of a thing. There's a lot of crayon art depicting lore.
I was on the Mario RPG thought the Mario and Luigi series.
Yes, that was going to be my other answer.
Man, okay, which one's your favorite?
I grew up with Partners in Time, and then I played the first one, and then Inside Story.
I played the first two.
It's probably Inside Story.
I really tried getting into Inside. Says that's their favorite.
Huh?
Everybody says the third one's their favorite, the Inside Story. I mean, but I still go back to the first one. I
remember playing the second one and being like, the game's really cool, but I remember the first one being way funnier, like written way better.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for time travel, so the second one, you know, it sold, and I was into it just because it was time travel.
I'm a sucker for bean people, which is why I love the first one.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
And funny soda, you know.
I remember the second one specifically. I beat the first one, and I remember the second one. I played a lot, and then got to the last level, and like everything became impossible. I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I was literally on the last level, and I was like, "I don't even. How can I beat anyone here?" Like the last area, and I was like, "I don't understand this," and I stopped playing, and I burned my DS.
That was it. You moved down to the Vita.
The PSP Go.
Do you guys? Does anybody have a Vita?
I had one. It's the only console I've ever owned and sold. Only device.
School bus who had one.
It was completely pointless. It was cool, I guess. I had a lot of like indie games on it, like Hotline Miami and Ollie 2, and that was cool. But then I realized, and someone I knew was like, I want one, and I was like, I have one if you want to buy it. And
I mean, because the thing is, like, it's funny how you had the PSP, which was pretty successful, you know, for like for first foray into portable gaming, and then you had the Vita, and it felt like such a misstep, or I think it was really just the memory cards that really fucked it up. I mean,
really,
I had proprietary memory cards that were already super small, not having any room on the actual console itself, so you had to buy a memory card, and then having them be overly expensive.
Yeah,
it just didn't sit well with a lot of people. It didn't sit well with me because I wanted a Vita, but that's why I didn't get one.
I heard the Vita modding community was off the chain.
Oh, I'm sure that's the thing about the PSP. The hardware was good, and so like modding was sick. I remember my friend had modded one.
Yeah, I remember playing
machine
like N64 on my PSP back in the day. It ran like shit, but like N64 on the school bus. That shit's fun. Cool.
N64 on a school bus. Drugs on the Ronald McDonald.
I never played a lot of Mario or anything like that. Wasn't a big Nintendo kind of guy.
You were more into shitty PC games, weren't you?
Shitty PC game. What? Doom isn't shitty.
Yo, Pajama Sam, anybody?
Talking about the Pac-Man clone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I used to be into a lot of... I think I found that on my cousins on like one of those CDs that are like 100 free games and 100 games in one disc or something.
That's where the good shit is. Yeah.
Exactly. Bargain bin stuff. That's what I grew up on.
Bargain bin PC games is a better way to put it.
Bargain bin PC games, yeah. What are you going to say, John?
Coming up on 9:30 already. Time flies by when you're having fun.
Video games, dude. Welcome to Gaming Podcast 101.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk too much about music. We talked more about the games. But then again,
they consume us.
They have consumed us, you know.
True.
They have consumed us. Well, I mean, what do we got going on? Anything crazy, John?
Business Casual just had its 8th anniversary, and I think we've done the last couple anniversary volume 8 tapes. If you want to check those out at businesscasual.biz.
There's a few copies of Here to Stay because that as well, I think.
Yes.
Not many, though.
Not many. I think we're down to, the last 10?
Something like that.
Can I just say that the Business Casual anniversary covers are my favorite thing? I love the variety.
I'm already thinking of what to do for number 9. I'm thinking, well, I won't spoil it, but I'm thinking of doing something for that as well. So, well, of course, I'm thinking
You know, my favorite is Volume 7, the pill one. Volume 6, the can.
Hey, it's the pill's the cure, man. It's the cure for the common COVID, you know?
Wow.
It is a pill, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a pill.
Okay. Yeah, I love the 3D one as well. That's pretty cool.
I love 3D. Blast.
A
A guy. Me. I love me.
So, Disco guy, got anything coming up? Got any cool things to plug?
Tomorrow, Discoholics Anonymous live, WDSK 97.9 FM, the home of the funkies in disco and news. There's gonna be a new host tomorrow.
What?
Let's see how that goes.
Really?
Yes.
He's got to be a different. It'll be a girl.
8 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern.
Hey, you know, if you don't have a reason to join, now you do.
Yeah, history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, history in the making. Iseee.
Anything
What-
going on? Not a ton to plug. I got a lot of stuff cooking in the oven right now. But if you want to see the stuff I've done already, again, today is Itch.io's Bandcamp Friday on Thursday. Check it out, iseeicy.itch.io. Plenty of stuff to keep you entertained.
Yes, very fun. Very good. That's it, right? Do I have anything?
Yeah, that's it for now. Yeah.
Z-List comes back Monday. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
What are you gonna play? What are you gonna play?
We're back at Last of Us.
Nice.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Lowest number viewer you've ever seen.
Hey, I've seen lower.
I've seen literally my whole vibe now is to stay negative.
Negative.
And it works. Yeah. Like standards are low. Saying no one will watch this, it works.
Oh, reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. It works. I don't know why, but it does.
Having no expectations is good.
Mm-hmm. Stay negative. That's my new motto for 2021.
No, stay Italian. Stay negative.
Stay negative, guys.
Stay negative, guys. I don't even want to watch it.
How you feeling? You feeling?
I mean, I feel good. It's up to if we want to. Maybe we can talk about it in the segment in between, and we'll come back and give the news or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving FUNNYNET. No.
Over, yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Yes.
We'll see everybody in just a minute or two. Thanks for watching. Greetings. Thanks for Iseee for being here. Yay!
Of course.
We'll see everybody in a second.
Woo! Bye.
Goodbye.